Oh yes, yes. Just for the last like 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. Um, what was I doing earlier? Well, oh, hold on, hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's complete bullshit. I hate that. I hate that. It's horrible. So we are live, by the way. So you want to ask? Why don't you ask? I don't know if people if it actually showed up on the stream or not, but go ahead and ask your question one more time. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, anyone's welcome. I said, I do a lot of gaming, primarily Zelda, but you know, almost anything. I do PC and Nintendo. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, no, lately I've been doing Wind Waker HD on the Wii U. Let me see if I can switch to camera. I don't mind turning on my camera if I can. Oh no, shit, that's not working. Um, well, it's weird. I'd have to. OBS is strange. It's yeah, yeah, that's cool. Um, but anyway, so I've been doing Wind Waker, and I've been doing Breath of the Wild, kind of going back and forth. Yep. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I get a lot. I don't know if you know the. Well, yeah, of course you do. Bean shows up occasionally. Well, do you know them? Like JP4 and Model 3 at 316, Cherry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd rather skip that. It's, yeah, I don't. I really hate to take sides. I really like all those guys. They're really awesome, great people. Um, yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but uh, yeah. Oh. Uh, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure either, to be honest. I don't. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, hopefully, I think it's settled down for the most part. Um, uh, you know, the, there's kind of subgroups, and I think for the most part, they kind of keep to themselves, and everybody it kind of helps everyone get along. So I mean, obviously, with a movement that's this big and growing, and completely not centralized with no real leadership, there's going to be different groups of people that have different ideas about it, and they're not going to always get along. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I can tell you my life story. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So, I actually lived in Nashville for a good 20 years. Went to college there, um, and I okay went okay. I went too far back. Too far back. Well, here's the thing. I'm a software developer. Uh, I own a software company, like a consulting company, and I started a game development company in 2015. I haven't read. Depends. Off and on. I'm sorry, what? Oh no. Well, for for the most part, for like about the last 20 years, I've been doing non-game related software consulting. So in Nashville, one of the big industries is healthcare, and that's primarily what we've been doing is custom development for health services companies, hospital companies, that sort of thing. Uh, Not exactly. We're only software, not hardware. And what we do is typically we work with like hospital management companies on uh, what do you call it? Like digital records and back end sort of business office software, that sort of thing. So we don't actually directly interact with doctors or nurses. We're usually working with the back end business, and finance people, that sort of thing. So we do a lot of business intelligence reporting, um, basically helping healthcare companies become more cost effective and reduce costs. So that's been our primary focus. In 2015, though, well, before that, I'd been kind of dabbling in game development and kind of caught the attention of a small startup in California. As far as just I'd been developing a few little games on the side with their game engine, and the owner got another opportunity, and he actually just kind of called me up out of the blue and was like, "Do you want to buy my company?" He's like, "I kind of want to move on to something else, but this is still a viable company. I'm just not, my heart isn't in it anymore." So, what's that? He called me in 2014, I guess, near the end of the year. And so in 2015, we worked out a deal, and I basically acquired this game engine called Platino, which is basically for building mobile games, and uh, primarily at the time it was only mobile for iOS and Android with JavaScript. And we've been yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, what you do is, I mean, it's kind of unique in that you build it in JavaScript, but it compiles to native, so it's got native. Um, oh, oh, that's not good. Can you talk for a second? Oh crap! I hear you. Apparently, audience doesn't. We're live. Oh shit. Uh, yeah, yeah. Joshua Hughes just popped in here. Just one person right now. uh, well, hold on one second. Um, uh, okay, can you say something now? We might have to start over. Um, I don't understand why. Audio output capture. Wait a minute. Okay. On the offensive, sure, sure. Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, give me a second, because apparently, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, shit. Uh, hold on one second. Yeah, sorry. Can yeah, let me pause for a second, because I don't. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna switch to something else here. Oh, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. Um, shit. No, I know. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Go on. I got nothing else to do here, so.
Why is it not? Ah,
I'm
here we go.
I'm on day 5 of my vacation, and I got much more vacation to go.
Oh, good. Well, this is.
My wife's upstairs playing video games. I got nothing else to do here.
Yeah. All right. I am 99% sure. Let me turn you up a bit. I am pretty sure they can hear you now. So this is going to be the worst live stream ever. So
that's fine. Go on.
So we're here with Watermelon Platypus.
That's me.
So there. If Josh is still in the chat, or anyone else, just confirm.
Is there a chat?
Yeah, on YouTube. You want me to DM you the link?
No, I'll find it.
Yeah. Subscribe while you're there.
You Marsupial Gamer?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, Bean's here. Yay.
Oh, Bean, hey. Oh, no.
So I think they can hear you now.
Yeah, they can hear me now.
Yeah.
Hey, Bean, how are you? I Bean from Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah. See, this is cool because I can smoke and nobody can, criticize me.
Smoke what?
Hi, Bean. Good morning. She said, "Good morning, guys." So
yeah, we're about to break into the history stream here from Cherry.
Yeah. And Jacob is on. Shabby is on Twitter. Yes, it is on YouTube. Let me retweet my tweet. So if you look at, if anybody's watching on Twitter and they want to jump on YouTube, I go to my profile on Twitter and I'm going to retweet my little announcement there. You should see that now.
Okay, so can I'm going to ask hard questions now.
Well, okay, so do you want me to get to the point?
Yes, go.
All right. So, I have not been involved in comics at all. I wasn't interested in comics at all, but around 2015 when I first started getting into games was right at the height of Gamergate. So, I went to the Game Developer Conference for the first time in 2015.
Where was that?
It's in San Francisco.
Okay.
And I was really not paying that close attention, but I did notice some wackiness going on, and I knew a bit about some of the characters in that. But I guess it was just by accident. I was probably watching some like Comics Explained video, and I was
Okay.
recommended Zach's channel, Diversity in Comics.
Like how young was that channel when you came in? Was it
Like a month maybe. I
a
don't.
month? So you're talking about like 2,000 subscribers at most?
Yeah, probably less.
Yeah.
I'm
Very,
thinking.
very early on.
Yeah, so let's see. That would be what, summer? Is that right? Maybe spring of 2017,
Okay.
something like that.
Yay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
2 years ago, a little
Yeah.
less than
I, I
two
have
years.
I have my own story about that. So go on.
Yeah. So I just started watching his stuff, and it was very shortly after discovering him that he came out with his video on America Chavez, which
That was
was,
was that a big thing?
yeah, that was like the moment that kicked off Comicsgate. When he did his America Chavez video, that was it. Like, that got a lot of attention, a lot of negative attention. His channel
Did it?
exploded.
I didn't even know. Like,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Wait. Shabby says that Bean and Popefire are moving to Alaska together. So they are now in apparently a polyamorous relationship. Just want to announce that here, that the three of them
Okay. Go on.
are
Go
moving
on.
to Alaska. All right. So yeah, I mean, that caused, I think, that one thing, and he kept coming back to it and doing more issues and stuff like that, and that really got his channel exploding. And that's when he got into the thousands.
Wait, coming back to what?
So coming back to like the additional issues of the America Chavez.
Okay, America Chavez. He kept coming back to that, and he did get subs from that. Go on.
Yeah, yeah, and other ones, of course. There was all kinds of stuff, and I think he started to, point out some wackiness on Twitter and stuff with, what's her name, Mags Visaggio, and she came out with the whole hitting every cis person in the teeth with a bat tweet.
I missed all the Twitter shit. What was going on? So I watched Zach like from the beginning, like his my experience. I'm gonna start the same timeline here.
Go ahead.
Was that I was looking up YouTube, and I had been on YouTube here and there a little bit, but I never had like the subs where I'd follow a channel or anything like that. And all of a sudden, there was this channel called Diversity in Comics. And I was watching a comic book video, and he was in the sidebar, like, you should click on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there and looked at it and goes, I don't want to click on something called Diversity in Comics. Fuck this. Fuck this. So I clicked away, and then like later I came back and like, Diversity in Comics. Okay, what is diversity in comics?
Mm-hmm.
Is it what I hate, or is it what I hate or not? Yeah. And he just sat there and said all these things that I've been thinking for years.
Yep.
He was right. He had said all these things that I've been thinking for years. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
And so so that's how I got into YouTube. And I had known YouTube. I just used it as like a format before then. But like I subscribed to him and I followed him. And then all of a sudden what happened was I couldn't subscribe or follow to anyone anymore. YouTube blocked me from everything. I'm like,
what?
Oh, no. And so my first instinct was, oh, they ruined my channel. They ruined my account because I'm following Diversity in Comics. So I unsubscribed from Diversity in Comics because my feed was fucked up. I'm like, I just gotta unsubscribe to this guy. My feed will be good. And after like a few days, I'm like, I'm gonna sub to him and dang it. And after time went on, everything was okay. And I just watched. Then Ethan Van Sciver came on. Ethan Van Sciver was a guy who was like, I was like, I did not like him because I was friends with him on Facebook very briefly, and I barely used Facebook ever, but I was friends with him on Facebook, and I'm like, and it was just political debates. I'm like, I don't give a shit, so I never read it. And then after Trump came up, I was a big Trump guy. And so I went, I wonder what Ethan Van Sciver thinks. And so I went to his Facebook, and he's just like, fuck Trump. I hate Trump. And so I went, you know what? I hate this guy. You know what? I don't need to hear this guy. Everyone else is saying the same thing, bullshit. So I unsubscribed, blah, blah, blah. And I forgot about Ethan Van Sciver. Fuck that guy. And then as time went on, like he came on Richard C. Meyer's channel. And as time went on, he made his own channel. I subscribed, and I was one of the first 100 subscribers to Ethan, and it just kept going. We talk about. I used to have the old username Z Ryan. If you look at the old chats, like I'd be there criticizing his art and be like, "Why are you drawing this dot or that dot? What do you think of the flash here or that flash?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
Hold on. I'm trying to find. I guess I'll just do my entire screen. Trying to find that. So yeah, I took a picture. I just got that in the mail.
I just like having comic book people that, one, don't hate my guts. Two, want to make good comic books, and that's what a person like Ethan does. That's what Richard Meyer does, and I like their supporters because people hate them. Some people fucking hate their guts. Some people want to ruin Ethan's life. They want him to never draw again. That is their goal. Never draw again. Never have a job again. You can go work at the Walmart at best.
Yeah.
Ever a fucking again.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
You know how horrifying, how horrible these people are. How horrifying it is. I got a lot more to say about this that I'm not saying, but we have people on our side, brother. On our side.
Well, and
Nick Ricada is one of them.
Oh yeah.
We have a lawyer on our side. Go on.
I feel kind of bad because he shows he like people, at him constantly, like every remotely possibly legal issue.
He doesn't give a shit about his Twitter. His Twitter is gone.
Yeah.
He knows that. Everyone, it's just a deluge of oh shit, whatever.
I think it's just hilarious because I'll see like his name will just pop up and I'll be like, what? Okay, I guess. I mean, obviously he has to filter and not answer every single legal question that pops up on Twitter. But
did you know I was on Nick Ricada's show?
I think I saw that. I haven't had a chance to watch yet.
I was drunk as a skunk, and I went on the show and I talked about comic skate stuff.
Now, were you on Mike's show the other night? A few nights, like 2 nights ago. Yes, I was on Mike's show. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, where you
hey
were
Mike,
saying,
hey Mike, hey Mike.
And everyone was like, "Kick," and I was like, "No, he's awesome. He's the best one."
I couldn't see the chat that night, but normally I can. And I had been on a few shows. Like, okay, I was on Cecil's stream, and Ethan himself invited me on.
Oh yeah.
So the legendary Cecil 6-hour stream that he deleted. They deleted it because of me. I was so bad, and Cecil was so bad. But it's like, so what happened was like, okay, so we're having the stream, and then Ethan invited me on, and then I come on, and I'm blackout drunk. I'm bad, and Cecil Cecil's blackout drunk himself, and then Cecil and I spent the next 3 hours back and forth. And there's like Doug TenNapel there, Mike Miller's there, Ethan Van Sciver's there. They're all there in silence, just watching us, going, "No, wait, shut up, shut up!" And Cecil and I would sit there and yell at each other back and forth. And we said bad shit, I guess.
Sorry, what? What was that last part?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just missed what you said there.
I
Yeah.
think Cecil and I said things that are not appropriate for YouTube.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess.
okay. We talked about all kinds of things, and I talked about my wife,
Hmm.
and because I spoke about my wife, I think that's why I got taken off.
Oh. All right.
I love my wife. My wife's 10 out of 10. I love her.
That's great. Awesome. Well, I am divorced recently, and
Recently,
yeah, and I
how are you? How are you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. You know, been things have been better in the past, but
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 41,
Okay.
so I have 2 kids actually, and I do have a girlfriend, and I am absolutely 100% in love with her.
Goddamn,
So
yeah. Good man.
yeah. Again, sorry, Florin's on Twitch here. He said recently again. No, just the once. It was a long process. Tennessee is yeah, one of those states where they have a very very long waiting period, and then we had a horrible lawyer. Anyway, it just took a long time.
Oh, you got a
frankly,
horrible lawyer.
yeah, I mean, we had everything worked out. It was the lawyer who took forever, and we're like,
Yeah.
here, you've got all the information. Just
The state and the lawyer. Okay, I don't want to get into it, but
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, but yes, I guess technically it was very recently finalized. So yes, very
And
recently.
you have a girlfriend now.
Yeah, who I've been with for a while. So it's like, yeah, this
Good for
divorce has
you.
gone on for literally years. So anyway, yes, her name's Peach, and she's wonderful.
You have a girlfriend named Peach?
Yep,
Oh my god, like the Mario princess?
yep, named after the princess.
Insane.
In fact.
What
What's
a
that?
man. I said what I just said congratulations.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
all.
Yeah, she's fantastic, and
uh,
she's an engineer, a software developer as well. She in fact, the thing how I met her
oh.
was she was working for the game company that I acquired. So yeah, and she was essentially, I mean, she's the chief technology officer, so she's incredibly intelligent and basically running. She was
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Did you just tell me that your wife works for you?
well, I'm not married to her yet.
Your girlfriend works for you. That's even worse. My God,
No,
protect yourself legally.
no. Yeah, shabby. God damn it. No. uh, no, actually, what we ended up doing was we are business partners. So we are actually
Good for you
co-owners of the
guys.
company
Good for you guys. Good for you guys.
because
That's good.
she was essentially running the company. I mean, the CEO kind of left the whole thing up to her. She was essentially the chief operating officer. She was running everything. So essentially, when when I got into negotiating for that, it, it came up that basically this company will not work without her. Like, she is the one person who makes this company work. And yeah, I mean, and I started talking to her and was like, would you be okay basically working for me now? And she was like, nope. She's like, but I'd be interested in being a partner.
hmm
So we yeah, we worked that out, and then yeah, ended up a while later, getting together. In fact, she was again, we could go miles into the weeds, but she was
So,
actually
I'll ask you about shallow weeds here. Why are you called Marsupial Gamer?
well.
Where
Initially,
where did your name come from, my friend?
originally it came from. That's a very long story. Um, I lived in Australia for a short time as a child,
Hmm.
and in high school, and I guess it made an impression on me. In high school, I was on the swim team, and I came up with, and for some reason we didn't have a mascot, so I decided we should be the marsupials. So I was kind of obsessed with that.
That's
And
funny.
then
The
in
marsupials. Go ahead.
1997, I believe, that which would be about the same time,
What
um,
year did you graduate high school?
99.
Okay.
So around that time, I joined what was called the Ultima Dragons Internet Chapter, or UDIC, which is kind of a
Did it have to do with Ultima Online?
yes. Well, it had to do
I
with
play.
yeah,
I played Ultima Online too, my brother.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I played all the Ultima games, one
Yeah.
through nine. And so when I joined, and it was kind of this was the era of BBSs, and they had a really crappy website. Uh, and when I joined, you had to pick a dragon name. So I chose Marsupial Dragon. So that was my dragon name for many, many years. Still is.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, and then my Twitter account was my business account for the company that I had for many years. I've since divested from that company, and I decided basically when Comicsgate came around, I decided to change my name. So you'll see it's still at Avatar John, which is the name of my company was Avatar Software, which doesn't exist anymore. I should probably changed it.
But you are a marsupial gamer.
Yeah, so I changed it at that point to Marsupial Gamer because I wanted to get into, streaming games and talking more
So
about stuff
so
online.
you were in Ethan's chat room. Was marsupial gamer like a branding thing or no?
Yeah, I just
You
decided
just
that was
happened to be there. You just
yeah,
happened to be there.
just that's my online persona now. And the other thing is, coincidentally, Peach is from Australia. Completely crazy out of the blue that yeah, she was born and raised in Adelaide, Australia, and of course, I'll tell you this though, she got me to admit that my sort of embracing that name might have had something to do with her. I kept saying, no, no, I've had that name for it. And she's like, but you never used it before you met me. I was like, all right, fine. So, yes, she's Australian. But
My wife doesn't even know that Watermelon Platypus exists.
that's cool.
Mm. Mm.
So, how'd you come up with that?
Uh, well, I used to be Z Ryan because my name is Ryan, and I go by Z Ryan, ZEE, and
Oh, hey, Elric, by the way. I saw Elric Huga joined.
and then I was watching other chatters who are like Bagel Goose,
Yeah.
and then who is the other Bagel Goose? Who's the other Bagel Goose?
That's right, because I remember when you first popped in there, and my first thought was Watermelon. It's like, are you like an alt for Bagel Goose? Because it sounded very similar. It's like,
It was Bagel Goose, and then it was Donut Swan. That's the other one, Donut
oh,
Swan. So
I,
Bagel Goose and Donut Swan popped up, and I went there and I went like, okay, and like I'd always been there as Z Ryan, but
that sounds
and I'm like,
familiar.
yeah, well, I was there for a while.
Okay, okay, so all right, I knew. Okay,
I
I
said
remember you. I remember you.
I said some things in the chat that might dox me, so I changed my name.
Okay, okay. So I need to delete this stream later. No, just
No,
kidding.
no, fuck that.
I'm just
I
kidding.
don't
I'm just
care.
kidding.
So, Big Goose and Donut Swan were funny. So it's gonna be a white bread platypus. And I'm like, okay, white bread
Okay.
platypus is good. It's a good play on those names, but I like the sound of watermelon platypus better, so I just did that. And then Edwin Boyette would like comment on it like, "Oh, I love this guy's name." I'm like, "Okay, okay, that's me. I like it." And Edwin Boyette likes it. I like it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so I
that's
kept
cool.
going, and now, like, do people know my name?
Hell yeah. Of course. You're the guy, you're the rich guy apparently because you donate so
Oh,
much money. It's like, who is this guy?
oh.
Yeah, I always see like the $100 super chats one after the other. And
I gave 300 to Nick Ricada tonight.
oh my god. I'm not surprised.
Uh, well, yeah. Well, I used to do that as Z Ryan too.
Oh
But
really?
never noticed. Yeah,
Oh, cool, cool. That's awesome.
I'm not a rich man.
Well, you give a lot to Comicsgate, that's for sure. That's very,
Well,
very generous.
goddamn right. Goddamn right.
Awesome. So yeah, I just like I said, I've not been really into comics until this all started.
Oh,
So
well, I've been in comics since I was like 10 years old,
yeah, I mean, I
8 years
definitely
old.
I was into Spider-Man, through college, but after that, I just stopped reading it. And by the way, you need to follow Shabby apparently. Um,
I had a good 10-year span where like, okay, I've been reading comics my whole life. And then I had a 10-year span where it was like 2006, 2007, where my interest declined
yeah,
massively
yeah,
just from the comic books and reading the blogs and reading the writers and reading the comics themselves. And my interest just declined. And I
yeah.
tried to keep going. I really did. And then one day, this YouTube channel called Diversity in Comics showed up. And it said everything I'd been thinking for
Oh shit.
10 years solid. He didn't say anything new. He said everything I had been thinking for 10 fucking years solid. And if you look back, and I can trace you back to this stuff because I've been posting this on forums,
Mm-hmm.
in comment sections on CBR. I can give you my usernames. I won't. But I could to show that I have been there.
Cool. No, I believe you. You definitely don't have to
And
do
so
that.
Richard Meyer showed up and he said everything that I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then they said he was a racist and a bigot. I'm like, what? What's going on? What's going on here?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I stopped going to the comic shop. And then my comic book shop went out of business.
Oh. So you own a shop?
No, I don't own a shop. The shop I was
Oh,
going
oh, I see
to,
what you're saying. The one that
I was one of the
go to.
whales. I was the guy who went there and spent 200 to 300 bucks a month or
Yeah.
a week, and then I stopped going there.
Mm.
And then after a while, Richard Meyer was saying what I was thinking,
Yeah.
and then he said they're going to go to business, and then they went out of business.
Yeah.
He was right.
It's terrible. Yeah. So I also, I guess, well, I didn't really, I guess for the first year or so, I didn't really have an interest in really doing much other than watching and, occasionally chatting. And, EVS's channel started out with him interviewing Mark Waid and Dan Slott, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, some of his
oh,
early stuff. But then, as time went on, I was like, well, maybe I'll do comic book reviews or something. I didn't know. I wanted to get into the streaming stuff, but wasn't exactly sure. Plus, I have sometimes pretty severe um, social anxiety, and so I started. I would try and do it a few times, and then I just couldn't do it. I just could not bring myself to do it. Um, so that's kind of why I finally settled on, well, look, I'm just going to start playing games just to get comfortable with it. That's that.
So if I were to push you,
Hmm.
you wouldn't know who like comic book people are from the history.
Hell
You
no.
wouldn't know who
I had
who's
no idea.
who's
I
Bernie Wright. You don't know who Bernie Wrightson is. You don't know who
no.
Steve Ditko.
I know the name. Oh yeah, yeah. I know Ditko, but I
Are
probably
you a Star Wars guy? Do you know the Star Wars stuff? Is that where you
I
came in?
know it, but I'm more into Star Trek.
I'm into Star Trek too, my brother.
Oh yeah, I know anything. Ask me anything about Star Trek. Absolutely.
Ask me anything about Next Generation, but nothing else.
Well, I know them all.
Good, good man, good man, good
and
man.
yeah, what's it called? STD. What's that?
What did you think about the Star
Discovery.
Trek with not the new one, the one with the guy from Quantum Leap?
Oh, well, see,
What was it? What
Cherry.
was this? What was it called? Is
It
Cherry in the
was
chat? Is
just
Cherry in the chat?
Enterprise.
Cherry, are you in
Yeah,
the chat? Where's
Cherry's
Cherry?
in here, and he's already, very first chat. He's like, "Ugh, what is this?"
Cherry, Cherry, I like your show. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah, me too.
don't hurt me, bro. uh,
Yeah, that was Enterprise. What's funny is when Enterprise first came out, I did not like it because,
well, the only Enterprise I ever saw, I was when it premiered. I don't remember what year it was, but I think I was 16 years old. And then I had this autistic kid in the math class next to me the first day, the first class the morning after me, and he's like, "Did you see Enterprise?" And I watched it, and I was like, it's like this action show. I thought about it as an action show where they're like shooting, and there were strippers or some stuff. And he
I
thought it was,
don't
he thought it
remember
was the
that.
greatest thing ever. But then I talked to that same guy like 2 years later, and he's just like, "It's the worst thing ever."
Uh,
Was Enterprise good? I want to say it's good,
in
but I only
retrospect, well, here's the thing. At first, well, when it first came out, it was, I guess, for that time, and I think it came out in like 2000. It was sort of the SJW of the time.
of the time. Well, everything is.
Right.
That's the horrific thing.
And so I didn't like it at the time, but looking back at it, I was like, well, damn. I mean, compared to like Discovery,
Well, what
it
do you
was a
mean looking back? Do,
masterpiece.
do you mean looking back at the premiere episode, or do you mean looking back at like season 4?
The first season one. I'm talking about season
Okay,
one
okay,
specifically.
okay.
Now, in season two, so here's what happened. Before they started on
Robbie
season.
says the Vulcan gal. Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah. See, none of that would
Oh
be
yeah.
like
That's
allowed.
what I put in the blood promos was in the promos. The Vulcan was like taking off her shirt,
Oh
and
yeah.
everyone's going like, "Is this going to take place during the Vulcan mating season?"
Possibly. I'm gonna put this put my chat live because the thing is I have I'm streaming on multiple sites
I'm
and so
just I'm just coming live. So my top chat is Lorenzo Sleestack, my brother Lorenzo.
yeah.
He and I talk.
Well, so here's the thing. After season one, 9/11 happened.
That's hard.
Cherry,
That's
no,
hard.
no, no.
That's hard for a TV show.
Yeah, Cherry, I am gonna do gaming, but Watermelon Platypus wanted to talk, so if
Hey,
anyone else,
midnight. I think you want to talk to me too.
well, yeah, yeah. No, I was kind of a bit reticent about gaming tonight. I will continue with games tomorrow if Terry likes that.
Hey, my my wife knows games better than me, so if you guys want to talk games, I'll bring
Okay.
her here to the microphone, and she can tell you.
Oh, cherry cheese. All right, man. I'll catch you later, man.
Cherry, no, Cherry. Oh, you drunkard.
That's all right. That's all right. No, I'm sorry. We'll do games tomorrow. So what was I gonna say? So 9/11 happened, and they
Mm-hmm.
completely changed the show. Completely. So
Mm-hmm.
it got so much better, so much better. Um, they basically made the whole second season about 9/11. So Jerry doesn't drink. Uh,
Yep.
so they, an enemy comes along and like destroys half of Florida or something like that. And it's just this huge, terrorist attack. And then the whole second season was so much better because it skipped all this. Like the first season, it like focused on the doctor, and he actually had a polyamorous relationship, and he was saying, "Oh, you should be more accepting," and blah blah blah. And it focused on shit like that.
It's interesting to think about all these shows and TV shows or movies that had things altered by the 9/11 attack.
Yeah,
Uh, Even the X-Men comics were altered by it.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
And you're talking about Star Trek
Yeah,
altered by it.
exactly. I mean, it was yeah that it was clear if you watch season one and season two, and you're like, what the hell? It's like two different shows. That's why, because that's what happened in between. And yeah, I mean, obviously wish that hadn't happened, but the show became focused on action and an actual story that was interesting. And I'm like, thank you. This is what Star Trek is supposed to be.
That
Like,
that is what Star Trek is supposed to be. Is interesting. Well,
and
I
then
think
season
all
three kind of went back to the shit, and then yeah,
yes,
and then it got canceled.
what makes Star Trek work is what makes all of fiction work. Is it's not about talking about what's the issue of the day, what are the politics, blah blah blah. What makes any fiction work is analysis of the human condition. When I say the human condition, is just what does it mean to be a human being, whether you're a Conan the Barbarian caveman or a caveman that he interacts with,
Hmm.
or or an aristocrat fuck, what's that Charles Dickens book? I'm
What?
thinking about Charles Dickens' book. I can't think of the name of.
What?
Uh,
The
no,
Christmas?
what's the one with Pip? Pip.
Uh, I don't know.
The main character is Pip. Uh,
Let me see.
oh God, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Anyway, well,
Great
the point is
expectations.
great expectations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Um, did someone say that in chat?
No, I looked it up.
There you go. The point is that we should all relate to fiction, not on simple politics. We should relate to fiction or anything that's told to us on the condition of the human condition.
Hmm.
We all, I don't know whether I support the war in Iraq or not, but I know my feelings is that I love my mother, right?
Yeah.
These are the things that fiction should touch on.
Hmm.
If you can't think beyond the war in Iraq, if you can, right?
Hmm.
You can, I don't even know what to say about it.
Yeah.
But like
Well, I got you. I mean, it's
fiction shouldn't only be about modern, almost imminent politics. It
right. I
should be
mean,
about
it.
human condition. If you talk about the human condition, it's something we can all touch upon
Yeah.
from Beowulf, from the Bible on.
Hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, these writers want to basically tell their own story, which virtually no one else can relate to. It's like,
So
okay,
it so on that note, Do you think Ethan Van Sciver, not having read his book, do you think Cyberfrog is talking? Do you think he's talking about the human condition?
I think so. From what I've
I
seen,
think I think so too. I think that's what he's touched upon. I think
yeah.
he's touched upon something beyond the SGWs, beyond the
Mm,
'90s comics, beyond anything else. I think I think when Cyberfrog comes out, and I think that's what Zach was reaching for,
mm.
the human condition.
Well,
We're
and I think,
our fiction is about our common humanity. It's he's not, Zach didn't make jawbreakers for Republicans.
mm,
He made it for humans. Clearly, he's at this point. Zach has got no fucking politics.
mm. Well, and I think from what I gather, as far as the story behind Blood Honey, it seems it's clearly a product of its time. I think the story that he's telling, where Cyberfrog falls asleep and he wakes
Mm-hmm.
up to a whole new world where this swarm has taken over, and it's clearly
Oh,
like somebody who wasn't paying attention, and suddenly,
I'm sure he's got a message there.
yeah, I mean, suddenly these crazy people have taken over, right?
Yep.
But even though it's clearly a what's the word, an analog to the current situation, from what I mean, that story I think could be applied to different situations. Like basically,
From what I know of Cyberfrog, I anticipate it being actually brilliant,
yeah,
really brilliant for our times, brilliant
right.
kind of deal.
Because it can be applied to anyone who kind of looks around and realizes that the world has changed around them, and potentially not for the better. And I mean, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, you may have that same feeling, you know,
Uh,
right or wrong.
Marsupial Gamer and the chat. May I take a break? I
Oh yeah,
gotta go take a piss. All
oh yeah, yeah. No problem, no problem.
right, my brothers.
All right.
Who's in the chat? I'm gonna go over the chat here real quick. Boom,
Lorenzo,
boom,
I,
Lore-
hopefully
Lorenzo's my
Shabby.
guy. Lorenzo was on Twitter and he talked about this amateur artist who was like doing a live stream. And there were like two people joined, and he posted it on his Twitter. And he and I joined, and we sat there and we encouraged this person to like, yeah, you draw. Lorenzo's looking out for artists. Okay,
Awesome, awesome. Well, Shabby's going to bed, so
I'll see you in a minute. I gotta piss. I'll be
all right,
back.
all right. So it may just be the three of us, Lorenzo, talking to each other, and that's about it. Well, I guess Florin's probably still here on. Well, maybe not, since I'm not playing a game. I might have to turn on Wind Waker or something. But anyway, do you want to jump on here? I could send you a link. You just have a chat. Oh, Florin's still here. Hope you're doing well, Florin. I noticed that you. Oh yeah, yeah. Lorenzo's awesome. I think I just realized actually that I wasn't following you, and I think I followed you today on Twitter, Lorenzo. But I was looking back. I don't know where it went. Where Florin was saying, "What time is it there?" Florin's in Eastern Europe, so it's only 11 a.m. Okay. Well, it's 2:17 a.m. here. Oh, past 4. Man, go to bed. I'm like the perpetual. There we go. The perpetual insomniac, unfortunately. Oh, Shabby, you're over there too. Okay, cool. Yeah, I knew that, of course. You had a night shift. All right, man. Well, you don't have to. You can go to bed. That's perfectly fine. I have time, 17 hours to be here. All right, cool. Well, I might while he's going to the bathroom, I might fiddle around. I don't know why the camera is not working. Why is that happening? Hold on one second. Close that. Yeah, well. Oh, you still need to get a mic and headset. Alright, that's okay. So yeah, usually I've been playing some Zelda, and I watch a great streamer named Chublima on Twitch, and she said I had to get back to Wind Waker. What do you mean by fiddle? Oh, by fiddle. Oh, saying by fiddle around with Zelda? Bunch of rank amateurs. Well, here's the thing. So if I start my webcam first, and then no, if I start Hangouts first, and then I start OBS, it works fine. But if I turn off the camera on Hangouts, OBS takes it over, like permanently, and I can't figure out how to get it to let go, so that it can go back to being part of Hangouts. Maybe it's a setting. Yeah. Aladdin for Sega Genesis. Florin, didn't you play? You played that for a while, didn't you? Yeah, yeah. So I am, I am doing the. I learned this from Nick Ricada, actually. It took me a while to figure it out, but if I wanted to do Hangouts, but also do some of the more advanced stuff that OBS can do. Oh, you play the SNES version? Cool, cool. Yeah, you have to use both, and he gave me some hints. Right, right. I remember Florin. He gave me some hints on how to do it, and then I actually worked with what's his name? Shit, Captain Frugal. Yeah, so Captain Frugal and I worked out the details of how to get this fucking thing working, and oh, Elric's back. Awesome. Platypus is taking a little break. He'll be right back. So yeah, basically Captain Frugal and I worked out the details, and yeah, like spent an afternoon fiddling with it. So it's still not perfect, obviously, because I can't figure out how to get the damn uh, webcam to work the way I'd like it to. But yeah, see, I mean, I'd have to, as far as I can tell, I might have to stop and start the stream. Wait a minute. Let me try this. If I switch to that. Okay, that crashed. So maybe that's a good thing. Now if I do this. Shit. What the heck? Ah. How about that? There we go. Alright, so let me switch this back to this. No, it won't take it. Damn it. Wait a second. I know why. Let me switch to that. So I usually, because I still need to clean up my office here, I usually use this program called ChromaCam. Oh, come on. Hold on. Halfway through. Oh, you're smoking too. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of fiddling with this. Okay. I guess that's not going to work. All right, let me switch back to that. Did that work? Off. Back on. Damn it. I had it working for a second there. Doesn't look like Aladdin. Let me switch to something else and then switch back. Did that work? God damn it. Fucking thing. Go on. You were on for like a split second. No, he's apparently smoking. So yeah, sorry about that. Well, crap. No, 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 no. Cooperate, damn it. Cooperate. Stupid thing. Yeah, I don't understand why it won't turn on. Stupid webcam. Alright. Well, wait. No, alright. Forget it. I'm not going to worry about it. Hold on. Let me close that out. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. Alright. Never mind.
Yo, you there?
Yeah.
John Dillard Game in the System, you're in the chat.
Yeah, he's back too. Yeah, John and Elric came back while I was struggling, trying to get my fucking webcam to show up.
So, Cherry was in the chat earlier.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I ask what that was? I have no idea why Cherry's like, I'm not Comics Kid anymore. I have no idea. I'm so baffled by it because I followed his channel. I'm like, and they're all in, but I'm not on Twitter. So he's like, I'm not Comics Kid anymore. What's that all about? If you can tell me, you don't have to.
I'll just say just some bad blood there
Between him and like who? Like what happened? I'm honestly, so fucking baffled. I'm so baffled by the idea that he's like, oh, I'm gonna sell my Comicsgate books. Lorenzo,
I don't know the details. I don't know the details. If someone else
I am refreshed, Lorenzo.
I don't know the details. I know War Campaign had something to do with it. I don't want to get in the middle of it.
Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Fuck. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hail War Campaign. Hail it.
I'm no comment. I don't want, I just don't, I like, I'll tell you what, I like the, whatever you call it, the Cherry folks. I've only watched like
It's bullshit. It's bullshit that there's a Hail the Cherry, Hail the War. It's a separate thing. And then Cherry's just like, fuck these things. Is he like, okay, so Cherry... Cherry was just talking about on Twitter, and I'm new to Twitter. I came on there in December of last year, so I'm like 3 months into Twitter.
Yeah,
where he's talking about my favorite Comicsgate books, and he ranked the John De La Rose book.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the issue?
I'm not sure. I don't think that was the only issue. I know there have been quite a few people, like, well, not quite a few. I don't know. I'm guessing probably just a few, like one or two people that have been like creating these sock puppet accounts and kind of harassing him and his friends.
There's been a harassment.
Yeah, but again, I don't know the details. I do know that he'll, change his Twitter handle every once in a while because he'll get a ton of people just adding him, and
I'm rolling my eyes physically right now. He'll change his... Everything I see on Twitter is just like Cherry, Cherry, Cherry.
Yeah, I really don't want to, I don't want to misrepresent because I don't know.
I just don't get it. Like he's gonna divorce himself from Comicsgate? Is Cherry going to divorce himself from Comicsgate
He
over
has.
the
He
war
is.
campaign?
Yeah, he's not. He's not a part of that.
Okay.
Part of
Bye
Comicsgate.
bye.
I
Bye
think. I
bye.
think John Dillard has an excellent idea. He needs to start a beef. He probably should harass Watermelon Platypus as much as
Oh
possible
yeah.
until there's a schism.
Well, I'm a John Dillard fan.
Exactly. Oh, you're gonna start a beef with
I
JP4.
I just
Okay.
don't get it because I've never been like a Twitter person. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I'm so baffled by it. I'm
I
like,
don't know.
what? What?
I don't
What?
know. It's a mystery to me too. Are you
Hmm.
serious, Florin? That you cannot be serious. Florin has 1,045 followers on Twitch.
Can you believe
No, you
that
don't.
Yellow Flash has like 40,000 followers? I'm like, what?
Hail Raven. Raven's in the chat. You got 135. I think you put in an extra zero there, Florin. 135.
John Dillard, my mama's beautiful lady. She may or may not wear combat boots, John.
Yes. Well, I
What
think
one of my goals is in life right now is to own an original John Dillard piece. May I buy one from you?
from John.
Yeah, I want to buy a original John Dillard. I
Oh,
want
me
to hang it
too.
on my wall.
He's fantastic. He's the
He
one
is.
the what do you call it? The I guess non pro that always wins the the drawing streams, right?
Well, he did win some.
Okay.
Also, what he does is he's got a new Indiegogo campaign.
Okay. So he is a pro now.
Well, he's got a new Indiegogo campaign with all the big time pros as part of it. Ethan
Oh,
Van
sweet,
Skyver
sweet.
is part of his Indiegogo campaign. He drew a page for him.
Oh, sorry, Florin. Florin. Yeah, I misread. He said he's got 1,000 followers on Twitter. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, cool. Well, what's the link? You can put. I think you can put links in the chat if you want to put it in there. I mean, obviously we've got 10 people watching now. That's decent.
Yes, my computer's shit. I can't put links.
No, sorry, I was talking to John. Yeah, John, if you wanted to link that, I can put it in. I mean, who knows when my channel blows up to 500,000 followers, I'm sure people will look back and want to see your Indiegogo campaign. So,
John Dillard
yeah, that's awesome.
sitting in the garage, my man.
Oh, I think you can do it without it, but I will definitely. I see. You can actually change your settings. It kind of drives me nuts. Like,
I,
Tugs.
I, I, I'm a big John Dillard fan. I'm a big comic book fan,
Oh yeah, me
and
too.
as such, I'm a big John Dillard fan.
Oh fine. I don't know if I can give a wrench to Santa Raven. He's scares me a bit, but all right, fine. No, that's awesome. Yeah, thanks. But I was gonna say you can actually change the way that you allow different things you can allow on the chats. I have mine set up so I think anyone can post links, and some people like I don't have any moderation at all. So
Hmm.
like if you ever watch like a Umbrella Guy stream, constantly has if you swear at all, like a moderator has to approve it. I don't have mine set up. I'm like, this is crazy, because I'm a mod. I mean, he has a zillion mods on there, and I'm like, why don't you turn that off? Because somebody always approves it. Maybe he doesn't realize. Oh, thanks, Elric. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've got 105, 103 subs, something like that on YouTube. Um. Anyway,
Marsupial. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Anything
well, there's something.
substantial?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda. Um, I'm a little reluctant because it's been delayed a bit. I was hoping to
Go
announce
on,
this.
go on, go on, go on, go on.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, what the hell are you posting there, Raven? So I am working on, and before you groan, understand, I'm a software developer.
Do you have
You
a
may not
do you have a comic
groan.
book? Do you have a comic book?
No, I am working
Oh,
on a digital distribution app. Oh, absolutely, Lorenzo. No problem. Yeah, all you gotta do is ask. So I am working on a an app for essentially, like like the Marvel or DC comic book app, but this is
like
strictly for Indiegogo.
like as big as Comixology.
That's the goal, obviously. Oh, thanks, John. Um, yeah, it's basically going to be a. It's not going to be exclusively Comicsgate.
I'm
Um,
shaking my head. I'm shaking my head right now.
as far as being like in a good way.
I know in a negative way. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna make a digital distribution app.
hmm.
Like, how are you gonna compete with Marvel?
It's going to be specifically for indie uh, comics pros. So basically, what I'm going to try to do is make inroads specifically into Comicsgate and see if I can get people to sort of exclusively sign up for this app. Like I said, it's not going to be Comicsgate branded, but the idea is to get all of the Comicsgate projects on there. And I know the larger folks, they are obviously going to be printing to start with, but once they're ready for digital distribution, I'm hoping they'll do it through my app. And then the smaller folks that want to do digital from the start uh, can post it there. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm going to be debuting sometime this month.
You're debuting it this month.
Yeah.
Oh, that a boy.
So yeah, and it's gonna be obviously iOS and Android, but it's also going to work on Windows and Mac, so you can read your digital comics on the computer.
Is it gonna work on my phone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Android.
Yeah, 100%.
What's it called? Can I download it? How can I download it?
It's not available yet. I'm still working on a name. Actually, I
No,
got a few.
no, no, no. When it does happen, how can I
Yeah,
download it on my phone?
it'll be on the App Store or the Play Store for Android.
It'll be on my fucking Google Play Store.
Yeah, absolutely.
Attaboy. Ah, what's it called? I'm gonna do it.
I don't know. I have a few options that people have given me. It's not available yet. It's not available yet.
You're avoiding the Comicsgate name. Just make it called Comicsgate.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I mean,
Uh,
I don't want to turn people off, but on the other hand, I think that might be a good idea as far as marketing is concerned.
just call it Comicsgate. Comicsgate's bigger than any other idea you have.
You're right. I've been struggling with a name, so I'm typing this down. I need to give John Dillard the beta. He has requested a beta. Not a problem. Comic. Ooh, that's the best idea I've seen so far. Comics Gateway. Elric. Nice.
That was a Richard Meyer idea. Comics Gateway.
Oh,
He said that.
for what?
He said you don't have to be Comicsgate, but we should have an idea called Comics Gateway, where we incentivize people
Okay.
to be Comicsgate by the Comics Gateway. Like
Oh
you can.
yeah.
Basically he endorsed the idea of Comicsgate adjacent.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I remember that now. It was supposed to. It's like a fund, right?
Not no. He just said it just needs to be an idea or a movement where you
Okay.
don't have to declare yourself to be Comicsgate.
I
So
see.
the
I see.
Comicsgate people should be a gateway
I gotcha. I gotcha.
into an independent comics movement.
Yeah. To answer,
where you don't have to have the label of Comic Skate, which I proudly wear.
yeah, that's a good point. I like that a lot. To answer Lorenzo's question, I guess that whole situation where EVS owns quote unquote Comic Skate. I made air quotes, but you couldn't see it. Uh, that was
Do you
really
think
just
that's
that was
go
just to,
on?
that was just to protect it from you know who. So
Absolutely was. He
yeah,
doesn't protect that copyright from anyone or anything. He does
exactly.
not
I could
does
call
not
it
legally protect it.
Comic Skate the app, and he
He
would have no problem.
he protects it from Vox Day,
Yeah,
period. That's
period.
it.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
And
Yeah, I'm not.
to hold that against him, to bring that up against him is bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think that's what he was suggesting, but he was just asking the question. Um, but yeah,
But
yeah,
yes,
it's not a problem.
he does own the idea of Comic Skate, but he won't sue you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's actually the best idea I've heard, and yeah, I totally remember Zach mentioning that. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Comics Gateway. That's wonderful. I love it. That's the app.
There's it won't happen. There's no Comics Gateway for. There's no name to it. It's just
Right.
they're independent comics. What is example? What is Blue Mamba? Remember that comic, Blue Mamba? I
No.
got it right here. I got it right here. Like, oh,
60 Comics app.
I'm Comic Skate by El Garza.
Oh,
Ale
okay.
Garza.
I know who that is. I have not seen that.
Put out a Comic Skate comic, and who knows what they are. I don't know if they're Comic Skate or not.
We may have to have Santa Raven name it though, because he's coming up with a lot of good stuff too. No, I'm kidding.
No, I gotta watch the chat.
So he said,
Why is
how
that
about
word? Holy shit! I look over at the chat and everyone's got a blue fucking wrench.
yeah, yeah. I think I gave you one too. So,
Yeah, I had one.
yeah. Raven says, "How about Sexy Comics app?" That sounds good. Um, no, no, no. I'm just saying. I think for an app name, I think that's wonderful. If unless somebody else.
Comics Gateway.
Yeah, yeah. It's not gonna be
You
gateway
might
into comics.
no. You might as well call it Comics Gate for what it's worth. For what it's worth.
I like that a lot, and I guess I shouldn't shy away. I mean, it's been.
Hmm.
I guess I shouldn't shy away from Comicsgate as a you know as a marketing
I don't.
ploy. I think that's a good idea.
I am Comics Gate.
Oh, I am too. 100%. I am.
But for like
I'm also
marketing
a businessman.
purposes, I want to do it whatever is most successful and aggressive and dominant.
Yep. Yep. 100%. So I like the name as long as it's not too similar. Yeah.
Marsupial gamer.
What are you writing that down? Or is that the name?
No. Yeah, well, fuck, I was gonna write it down. I hear your chats all the time in EVS.
Yeah, yeah, I try. Well, I mean, and
So,
I'm prolific on Twitter, but I'm like, okay, this isn't translating to anything really. So,
well, let me ask you this: have you streamed before? Is this your first ever stream?
no, no. Yes, I have. I have streamed before.
You stream all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been doing the games almost every day for the last couple weeks. But before that, I did a couple with John. Shoot, what was his name?
John Dillard Gaming the System.
No, a different. It was Jon. Shoot, what's his name?
Whatever. I did. I always go on with what? Fuck. What's his name? We're in the same boat. What's his name? Who do we always stream with? I don't know.
Yeah, I did. John Wallace. I did a couple of streams with John
Oh,
Wallace.
you did a couple streams with John Wallace. The milk guy, the guy who did it. Yeah. Oh my God. I always make when John Malin did the wolf milk joke. I'm getting excited now. When John Malin did the wolf milk joke, I was like, "Yeah, wolf milk, wolf milk." and then he came on the war campaign, and he did his shit, and I was like, it was like, no, I hate the wolf. Like, this joke's over. This joke is over after him. I thought it was over after John Wallace did his bullshit. But didn't he, after the fact, try to go after a Comicsgate guy and try to find their real fucking name?
Yeah, see, that's why I only did 2 streams with him.
Yeah, I was on a stream with John Wallace as well. I'm like, what? After the fact, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. You know,
why are you doing this? Why is this a thing? Oh my god, what a fucking joke. What a fucking joke. All this Comicsgate bullshit is. What a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, see, he and I kind of got together and thought, hey, why don't we do like a show after because at the time EVS was always doing Comicsgate Live like first thing in the morning. So we're like, oh,
yep, I remember that. I was there.
Yeah, and I was like, why don't we do a stream after that? Just, you know, obviously fewer people and all that. Oh, Cherry's coming in now.
Cherry, so that's a lie. I'm glad you aren't talking about me anymore, LOL. Cherry, I'm your friend, Cherry. I like you, Cherry.
I didn't say anything bad.
What's a lie? What's a lie? I bring him into the chat. I want to hear. I want to talk to him. But go on in the text.
Anyway, we had a couple of streams together. I just got this feel. It just wasn't comfortable, and I mean, you know, he didn't say anything bad in the streams.
I'm not making accusations. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm so baffled. I like John Wallace, and all of a sudden he's like did the wolf milk thing, and like what?
I liked him too. I mean, you know, like we had a couple of great streams, but it just, I don't know. It was probably just my anxiety, and I just didn't feel comfortable with it anymore. So I was and we talked about it, and I said, look, I can't do this. It's, you know, it's all me. It's not you, it's me. And so we just. I
want to take a break. I want to take a break from all this chat that we've had. I just want to say, like, it's interesting. To me, that Cherry is talking to us in the chat, and like I just consider myself a Cherry fan. Like, yeah. I every time Cherry will speak to me, I'm like, oh, I like that. Oh my god, it's like a celebrity talking to me.
I know. I get a warm feeling when I see that.
So I'm like, Cherry, tell me how I wronged you. Tell us how I wronged you. I want to hear. I want to hear.
Do you want to set the record straight? You absolutely can.
Well, I don't want to have like a debate or anything because I know nothing. I just want to say, cheers, be friends.
I know nothing either. I know nothing. I don't know. I wasn't.
What are you on about, Cherry? What am I on about? But I'm on about the fact that, like, okay, all I ever did was I watched your show. Every morning you come on and you do your Wikipedia, like this day in the day, or Cherry would read a comic book, like a Nasser's comic book or some shit. Mm-hmm. And then like one day I tuned in and he's like, "I'm done with comics, kid." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then I tuned in and he's like, I don't like you. He said, Watermelon, what about your friend Sketch? Which Sketch therapy?
I can't stand Sketch.
I have no idea what Sketch has ever done to anyone. It's my friend.
Yeah.
No one's ever told me.
He hasn't shown up very much.
Sketch is my friend. Sketch is my friend until someone tells me what he's done.
I get very uncomfortable when, I haven't seen him anywhere in a long time, but months ago, I just remember he'd jump on a chat and get completely off whatever the topic was and just like repeat the same things over and over and over again. And I'm like, dude, what the hell are you ranting about? Just ranting. Sure. And I'm like, and I'd say, calm down. He's, don't tell me to calm down. I'm like, dude.
No. He's extremely hyperactive. He copies and pastes it and puts that in the chat over and over and over. But I've never seen him be wrong about anything.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved. Please, I really like Cherry, and I don't want to get
I
involved.
really like Cherry too, and I'm okay. So Cherry says in the chat, "What are you on about? You know nothing?" Question mark. For a guy talking like you know everything, Cherry says he clearly isn't a fan. He doesn't even know my channel. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm there with you at 5 a.m. on the work, and I'm chatting with you, my friend.
All right.
I'm driving to work in like an hour. And I listen to the channel. I have no idea about the drama, my friend. I don't even know. My channel where I read comics for back in the day, LOL, you got involved by doing this stream at Marsupial Gamer.
Well, I know it. It's called Today.
Okay.
It's called Today
This
Back in the Day.
does something.
And all right. Okay.
Cheers.
Well, I mean, this wasn't what we were talking about the whole time.
What were we talking about at the beginning? What started this fucking chat?
We,
What are we
you just
talking
wanted to
about?
chat. Like, how did we get involved? How did we get involved in comics?
You're the only one doing a stream. I'm like, I want to talk to Marsupial Gamer. I know who you are.
Yeah, and I had changed my Twitter, so you didn't recognize
Here's
me.
the thing. I'm a big Midnight Cherry fan. It's sad. Oh my god. Oh, Cherry.
Well, that has not been a major topic of conversation so far. So
no, you have not. No,
anyway.
no, Cherry.
Cherry
said something against me before, but okay. John Diller Gaming System said, "Haha, now Cherry hates you."
Oh,
He said something against me once before, but I thought he was trying to understand me. He goes, like, what about? Okay. I'm sorry, Marcel.
Okay,
No,
good.
I'm gonna drop it, Marcel. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Good. Thank you, Cherry. I appreciate that. I don't hate anyone either. I don't hate any. Well, I won't say I won't.
I really don't think
here.
I really don't think I'm a fan of his channel. I have no idea who he is or what he does. I just like his channel.
All right, moving on. Anyway, that was all I had to say. So,
where are you? Okay, so Marsupial, where are you watching Nick Kirkita's stream tonight?
Just a bit. So yeah. Let's talk about that for a bit. So I jumped in just for the last like 10 seconds. Yeah, we were talking about Great Expectations. All right, I got you. So I jumped in the last 10 minutes. So I didn't. Here's the thing. I saw earlier today somebody was talking about the GoFundMe for Vic. Yeah, I hate John too. And so it looked. I didn't know who had started this thing. It seemed sketchy just because someone else was like, "Who's starting this?" And blah, blah. I didn't realize it was Nick that did it. So Nick created the GoFundMe.
Yeah, he did.
That's awesome. So I didn't realize that Vic was interested in suing anyone. Did they chat about? I mean, they must have talked about it.
Well, Nick started the fund in case Vic needed lawyers, and I'm sure when Nick started it, it was at the very beginning of lawyers being involved. He's like, he probably knew or contacted the lawyers that Vic hired. That was all. He's like, we're gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you. This is Vic has no idea what's going on. Mm-hmm. And then Nick just goes, you're gonna hire this attorney. How do I say it? Give me a moment. I'll think about it.
Okay, so when I came in, obviously found out that the Nick was putting this together, and they've raised like $11,000, maybe it's up to $12,000 now to basically sue all these people defaming him. So that's interesting. That's pretty cool. And I'm not gonna take the bait. I'm not gonna take the bait.
Nick has seen this happen before. Because he encountered Richard Meyer, which had the GoFundMe by Ethan. He encountered GoFundMe by Ethan for Jeremy Hambley for the quartering, and he knew this was
Yes.
the thing, and he knew this guy would need lawyers, and he probably, from how his streams have gone, he probably has contact once maybe with Vic, but set Vic up with lawyers because Vic was sitting there apologizing. And then all of a sudden, Vic's suing.
Yeah. How did it go from there
Nick,
to there?
there. Well, there was a big Twitter movement, just a thing that I'm sure came back to Nick that he knew this existed. And so, and a lawyer contacts him after the big Twitter movement. A lawyer contacts him, Nick Rekieta, and says, "Hey, you should consult an attorney in your area."
Mm-hmm.
And he does. And he does.
Okay.
And then Nick is in consultation with the lawyer in his area, and he
Oh,
says, "You know what? This is an expensive thing. I'm going to go fund me this."
yeah. So Vic has lawyered up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes. Factually, he has. Factually, yes.
I see. All right.
Oh, yeah. And Nick Rekieta's law fund is actually going directly to his lawyer.
Nice.
But so, yeah, Nick Rekieta actually has a big hand in this. He made it happen. Uh, Vic would never have done. I don't think Vic would have ever done anything without Nick.
He wouldn't have ever what?
I don't think Vic would have sued without Nick Rekieta
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, that's
uh,
cool.
putting together a case and saying, "Hey, you should sue,
Mm-hmm.
but you should talk to a local lawyer." And the local lawyer looked at what Nick Rekieta was giving him and said, "Oh, yes, you should sue."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I think you should. I honestly, I obviously don't know the guy. I've just been following it.
I don't know anything about this animation. I'm
Yeah.
barely there.
The the only way I know him is from Star Trek Continues. Is that what it's called? Star Trek Continues.
I have
Um,
no idea.
he wrote. I I guess he got permission to basically write new episodes of the original series, and
Oh,
he played Captain Kirk on those. I assume they're still on YouTube.
what a
Um,
weirdo! What a fucking weirdo!
he is kind
What
of
the fuck
weird.
are you wasting your money on? Fuck.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. And frankly, I was not impressed with.
Uh,
Sorry, I was not impressed with his rendition of um, Captain Kirk. To be honest, I think his voice is a little too high and a little too strange.
he's
But
no William Shatner.
but I liked him. I watched every episode. I was like these, and they actually got better and better as they went along. They even had um, they had like Scotty's son. I mean, whoever the actor
Yeah,
who played
yeah,
Scotty,
yeah.
his son was in at least one episode. Um, yeah, and they had like a bunch of the original cast from various episodes of the original series. So I was totally geeking out on that because I'm such a huge Star Trek fan. This was a couple of years ago that they came out with these, and I'm just like, oh my god, these are fantastic. I don't really like Vic very much, but I love the episodes. So no, it was that's all I know him from, and I don't know. I The only thing I know as far as all this other stuff is concerned is I simply have not seen any evidence other than people saying shit, and I'm just like, okay, I don't see any evidence.
That's the point. We don't know if he's innocent or guilty.
Oh
Honestly, we
god,
don't. No one knows. I don't know if you're innocent or guilty. The
yeah,
fact is,
anyone can say anything, and I'm like, okay, and then a whole lot. Oh well, he has this reputation. Reputation for what? For like hugging people. Oh well, you know, death penalty. God damn. Um,
he's not the only one. are you gonna say that you're guilty for hugging people?
Yeah.
You're gonna say he's guilty for hugging
He
people
can
because,
never,
by the way,
ever work. Ever.
if you're gonna say hugging people is guilty, then I got tons of photos. I got tons of people who can be fired,
Yeah.
tons of them by the dozens, including the accusers. Lose your job, you rapist! You rapist! You know what they're calling him? They're calling him a fucking rapist. People who've been his friends for 30 fucking years are going, "You're a rapist." Fuck you, burn in hell, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
Hmm.
That's why they're getting sued. That's why they should get sued. That's why they should lose hundreds of thousands of dollars and suffer for it because they are fucking they're making shit up to call him a rapist.
Yeah.
You could say, oh, maybe we suspect him, but you can't say, oh, well, we had an internal investigation that proved he's a rapist. Okay, you're gonna say you have proof he's a rapist and it's not true. It's not true. You're making that up.
Hmm.
Go to fucking hell. I hope you get bankrupt. Oh, god damn you people. God damn that shit.
And I saw that thing, was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Um, the whole swatting thing. Oh my god, when I saw that, the very first tweet.
Why are you faking swatting? By the way, why might you hypothetically be faking bomb threats? You're not reporting to the police. You don't know what happened.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know what's up with that. But that the swatting thing.
You don't know what's up with that? I know what's up with that.
Well,
I just not allowed to say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
We all know what's up with that. We all know what's up with that. Oh yeah, it's extremely suspect. Like the moment, like the moment we heard this is, you might as well ended the email with "This is mega country."
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's so fucking obvious.
Yeah. Well, the swatting thing, I immediately replied to that first tweet, like proof. Like this is complete bullshit because the first thing I saw was somebody got swatted. I'm like, who, when, where, any details? Do you have any details? Like nothing.
Midnight in the chat. Do you have any details? Wow, he knows so much. He has all the info. LOL. Midnight. You have any details?
Well, anyway, I mean, obviously the swatting thing was proven false by the end of the day. The bomb threat thing, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I mean, there's just no. There's nothing there.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
This is mega country. Yeah, we'll find out. It's also it might be true, won't it? It might be true, right? It's mega country. That would happen.
I can get behind.
We can't prove it didn't happen. It doesn't sound suspect. Come on.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm glad that apparently the FBI
is
because they'll track it down.
And that's JWs. You're all gonna burn. Yeah, it sounds real authentic, doesn't it? You NPCs and SJWs. It sounds real authentic.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God.
God damn it! I'm gonna smoke again. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I like talking to you, but I'm a little hesitant to leave because I yelled at Cherry in the chat. And I don't know why. I like this guy.
I don't know. Go smoke. I'll fiddle
I'm
with my camera. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, Cherry. I'm conflating 5 things. I might be an idiot. Yes, but if you were asked to consolidate them, I probably could. My friend. But I am conflicted.
But that was your point. Your point was that it's just as believable as Smollett's "This is MAGA country" kind of bullshit.
Yes. It was obvious. I think I think it sounds like someone who would say this is mega country and think it's believable when they say you SJWs and NPCs. I think it sounds like someone who would say it's mega country and think it's believable.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, who
it just
would?
it just like when you like the moment it rings false. Okay, rings false the moment you see it. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette.
All right.
I'm gonna listen to you on my phone.
Okay. Oh, are you gonna keep talking on your phone? Oh no, he's gone. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, yeah, we're totally speculating. We're totally speculating. Um, I agree. It all I can say is it rings like a false flag, but we don't know yet. That's my point. We don't know uh, what happened there. They'll figure it out. I highly doubt that whoever did it was smart enough. Well, I mean, I guess it's not that hard, but I mean, I doubt they were smart enough to use Tor or VPN or something um, to hide their IP address. It just seems like whoever did it seemed pretty stupid. So I'm hoping that they can track them down somehow. But anyway, so yeah, this is where I lose everyone because I'm all by myself. I was actually just gonna I was just gonna do some gaming tonight, but Platypus decided he wanted to chat, so I figured why not. And what were we talking about before? Talking about Raven. So Raven, what do you think about was it a week of Starfire? Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up actually, is that before I got on the Ricada show for like the last 10 minutes, I was listening to Pope Starfire just go off about the sounded like horrible propaganda that she's getting in college, and um, I don't know, mothers who are transitioning their children and stuff like that. So that was Orange Girl bad. Yeah, she that was, and I keep coming into these streams like with 5 or 10 minutes left, and I was like, oh my god, what did I walk into here? Cherry, you were on there too. Um, that was intense. I was like, hey everyone, oh whoa, what's going on here? So that sounded like a little ranting about that, which is totally understandable. Um, Pope Fire means well, but Starfire is bad. Well, I love Pope Fire. She's great. Um, yeah, she definitely was very upset about what. Yeah, she was totally fired up. Exactly. I wish I'll have to go back and watch that because I know that was really short. That was like 30 minutes, so I don't always have time to watch the really long hour, 2 hour chats and stuff. But it sounded like she'd been unfortunately had a bad day, I guess, at college. I I don't know what to do with my kids. I have a 13-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter, and I hope that I am teaching them or will be teaching them to be smart enough. Am I getting an echo? It's weird. I hope that's not coming up in the chat. Yeah, it's kind of distracting, but I hope that I can teach them to spot this propaganda and resist it because I'd like them to go to college. They're super smart and definitely should go to college, but neither of them should major in women's studies. So that's my goal. I would hope that actually my son is sort of interested in programming, so he actually learned Java programming at the age of 7 from playing Minecraft and being interested in doing mods. So he was programming mods in Java at the age of 7. So blasphemous show. So that's what I hope that he does. But if he doesn't want to do that, that's fine too. But yes, he should continue to learn to code so that he's hopefully can go to like an engineering school. I went to Vanderbilt and was in the arts and sciences uh, side, but majored in computer science. So that, of course, this was in '99. Did I say I graduated from high school in '99? No, I graduated from college in '99. So um, things were not like this back then. I didn't think I was that old, but yes, actually, this is my 20th anniversary, I guess, of my graduation. So social sciences used to be useful, but the SJWs have hijacked those fields. Yeah, and I feel really bad. I don't know if y'all have are familiar with Aiden Paladin. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it seems like basically she was blackballed out of. She's a psychologist, and she does psychology research. And she does really, really great videos. If you've not seen Aiden Paladin, she's got a great channel. If you're interested in that stuff, she does extensive analysis of psychology and current events. And she had a really rough period of time a few months ago where it seemed like she'd basically gotten blackballed out of her chosen field. Oh, good, good. You know her videos. Cool. But, I guess she's figuring a way to do what she loves, basically by I don't know if she's making money, presumably maybe Patreon or something, but hopefully she's able to make a living doing what she wants to do. And it is a shame because I'm sure, her analysis is very objective, I believe. I mean, she's clearly a conservative, but it seems like if you don't follow the the narrative, that you can get yourself in major trouble now. So that's definitely a problem that I anticipate my children dealing with. I hope that some of this stuff has been dealt with, and I don't know. I don't know if things are just going to keep getting worse or if they'll eventually get better. She doesn't seem too far to the right to me, says Lorenzo. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She seems very normal. Is she hot? I think maybe. Yeah, there you go. She's cute. She's cute. Not my type, I would say, especially because she has purple hair. Wait, oh, shoot. Nothing against purple hair. But, yeah, she's cute. Oh, I think that's Watermelon Platypus's speakers, maybe, that I'm hearing. But, yeah, there's some streams. She did a couple of streams with Hard Bastard, who I also love.
Hey, what
Hey,
are you talking about?
I'm just
Hey,
rambling. I'm just totally rambling.
I'm
Uh,
sorry to leave you. I'm sorry to leave you, friend.
oh, that's all right. No problem. I got on the topic of Aiden Paladin. Are you familiar with her?
I've heard the name, but I have no idea what the topic is. I have no idea what she's done or hasn't done. I've heard the name. That's it.
Yeah, she's a psychologist. She does research, and she got, from the sound of it, basically blackballed out of any college. I mean, she basically would need to work as a professor. That's sort of her chosen field.
Isn't she one of those people who's like on the YouTube channels with like
Yeah.
Bedecker and Sargon and those people?
Maybe she's been on their channels once or twice. I learned of her from Hard Bastard. So I watch the Hard News Network almost every day. So if if anyone wants to hear about politics, specifically politics. Um,
I used to be subscribed to him because he was on Ethan's channel. I watched it and yeah, I just couldn't watch it.
yeah, yeah. I'm a news and politics junkie a bit, so I'm usually, and he's on Stream Me as I am. Um, so I watch his show almost every day. And they dated for a while, a few months, and
Aiden Paladin and the hard news bastard.
yeah, hard bastard, yeah. Um, so that's how I learned of her. I guess.
Once the dating gets involved.
Oh no, it was fine. They dated for a while. They broke up, and it sounded amicable. At least he was like, it was not her fault. It was amicable. It's okay. Nobody harassed anyone. You know. So and that sounds like they're friends. They're still friends. So
Mm-hmm.
that was that was nice, and I got to kind of got to know her content, and yeah, she retweeted me actually yesterday, I believe, or maybe this morning. Uh, Somebody got into it. So I think I misspoke earlier. I said I graduated from high school in '99. That's not true. I graduated in '95 and graduated from college in '99.
Don't worry, I've misspoke several times on these streams.
Yeah. So I was actually a double major in computer science and economics, and somebody posted something, or she posted something about, or tweeted something about the minimum wage, and somebody brought up a really stupid argument, and I just replied and said that doesn't make any sense. That's completely, you don't know what you're talking about. And I actually posted something that was kind of straight out of my Econ 101 textbook. It's like, no, this is how it works. Sorry, that's how economics works. And so, yeah, I'm always pleased when somebody that I respect, clearly sees that I'm making sense occasionally.
Can I
So,
can I ask you? Do you have a degree?
yeah, yeah. I have
What's your degree? What's your degree in? And do you work with your degree?
yeah, absolutely. Oh, Raven, Raven, stop that. God damn it.
Raven. We're talking about like Santa Raven.
Yes.
Oh, that's it.
Do not
Okay,
go to T series. um, no, I have a bachelor's degree and I have a double major in economics and computer science.
Can I
And
ask where from? Where from?
from Vanderbilt
Can
University.
I?
Yeah, Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt.
University in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I immediately after graduating got into software development. So I was using my CS degree, and then after getting sick of working for people way dumber than me, I started my own company.
Oh, being an engineer, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm using both my computer science and economics degrees. I never got an MBA. I considered it. I actually looked into going to.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, I considered going into the Vanderbilt Owen School of Business, but I'll tell you what though, I don't think I would have learned anything new really from doing that, but I would have made a lot of excellent contacts. So I think business school, I mean, it's useful if you don't really know what you're doing, and I didn't when I graduated, but I've learned over the last 20 years.
Life is what you make of it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, business school.
Your economic prospects are what you make of them.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But oh, I'm sorry, Florin. Yes, you are correct. It's 3:17 a.m. But yeah. So I think the benefit at this point of, for me at least, for business school would have been making a ton of contacts and possibly, you know, maybe growing my business faster early on. But the
Mm-hmm.
cost didn't make sense. So I basically learned as I went and made the contacts as I went. So probably grew my business slower than I would have otherwise, but at least I didn't have to spend like over $100,000 a year for three
But you're
years.
but you're an independent guy. You have your own
Yeah.
entrepreneurship
Mhm.
business kind of deal going on. Okay.
Yeah, and what's funny is like many years after I started my company, all these what do they call them? Like incubators started popping up in
Yep.
Nashville specifically, and they're like charging all this money to, and trying to get me to join to teach me how to run my business, and I'm like, what? I could teach that class,
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
that's their sales gimmick.
yeah,
They're gonna
exactly.
sell that to you.
And the thing is, I wanted to start a game company, and Nashville is one of those towns that's like, we are a tech town, or we want to be a tech town, and yeah, up and coming, blah blah blah. Let me tell you, when I told my girlfriend who was living in Silicon Valley at the
Yep.
time, she just laughed. She's like,
Yeah.
no, no, Nashville, Tennessee, give me a break. And so yeah, it was really tough starting a game company.
What was your girlfriend working in Silicon Valley?
Yeah,
Was she in tech?
yeah. She was working for the game company that I acquired. Keep up, man.
No, sorry. I used to live in San Jose.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
She lived
I I
she lived in
I
Sunnyvale.
okay. I lived in Morgan Hill, like
Oh, cool.
south of San Jose. Yeah, it was I don't know. Those guys thought they everyone was talking about like, oh, I almost worked for Google. I almost founded Google over and
Yeah.
over. I heard that story. I almost founded Google.
Well, let me tell
Yeah.
you, as a an engineer, essentially running a company, running a startup in Silicon Valley, she got. I mean, Google basically begged her to work there. I mean,
I've heard this story 10 times. Where it's just like,
well,
oh, yeah,
but I
I
mean,
worked at a closet, and then all my friends founded Google.
yeah, I mean, but I mean, uh, my point is, they're desperate to hire women. They're desperate to hire women engineers specifically, and yeah, I mean, she was just like, she didn't go around saying. I mean, she told me, but she was like, yeah, I'm not interested in this, um, because she was more interested in, owning a company, running her own company. But regardless, anyway, I actually founded the first game development company in Nashville. There had never been a game company there.
When was this?
2015,
Yeah.
and it was a nightmare. I could not get funding. I could not get any backing from government. I couldn't get. I mean, I had meetings with state senators and congressmen, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're tech and we want to help and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Okay, well here's what you can do to help. You can help set up funds and do this, because I need money. I was spending money out of my own pocket, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well we'll talk about that," and then nothing happened. And then I'd go to VCs, venture capitalists in Nashville, and I talked to consultants and everything, and everyone was like, "What does this have to do with healthcare?" I'm like, "Nothing. This is a game company."
What does this have to do with healthcare?
I swear to God, it was like, okay, like consultants would be like, "We need to spin this to sound like it has something to do with healthcare." I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm in the wrong city."
Yep,
And
yeah.
I even went down the path, and I was of talking to several VCs and got very far down the road, doing due diligence and all this stuff, and then it just kind of fell apart because it was just like, end of the day, they're like, "We don't understand this. We don't understand what you're doing. We don't understand your company and all that." And I'm like, "Oh my god." So, so I moved, and
And
I was
you're where'd you move to?
I'm actually in Tempe,
Oh,
Arizona, um,
Arizona.
which I was planning on
I mean,
moving.
I'm in Minnesota, brother.
Oh, okay.
I just thought I'd throw that out there since you shared.
Oh, cool. Thanks. So yeah, I was thinking about moving to Sunnyvale, but basically, Um, it was too expensive, and she wanted to get out of there. Um, and so we kind of compromised, moved to Phoenix, basically. Tempe's right next to Phoenix. And there's a lot more. I mean, there's a Intel headquarters here. Um, I mean, not headquarters, but there's a big Intel office, and there's a lot of tech around here. So it's been a lot easier to talk to people and have them understand what we're doing. Plus, we're basically right next to California, so or closer anyway, and we can actually take trips there if we need to talk to VCs in Silicon Valley or whatever. So, but yeah, and I know I have a friend who works at Intel who's actually runs their game development innovator program. So we
No
actually,
kidding. No kidding.
hmm so we're
Okay.
actually Intel innovators, she and I individually, and so yeah, we get all the latest tech. We have like a weekly NDA call, well not weekly, but I guess monthly NDA calls where we sort of get the latest and greatest news about what's coming up and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool stuff. A lot better than Nashville when it comes to tech. So
So, do you have anything where the point comes, you can say, well, what do you actually develop? What do you actually work on right now? Are you talking about games?
there's nothing that so for the first few
My, my,
years.
que- my question is there a
hmm
point where I'm going to bring it back to
yeah,
Comicsgate. Like, okay, Cyberfrog.
yeah,
We
no,
need to
no,
make a
yeah,
Cyberfrog
believe me,
game.
that is on my radar. So I've talked to a couple of folks from Alterna with smaller comics. I need to get back with actually a couple of folks that I haven't talked to in a little while about doing games based on their comics. I am very, very interested. I can't even say this enough. I am extraordinarily interested in doing a Cyberfrog video game. Um, haven't,
Of course, you are. Well, a company that you work for, if you bring this up, will we blackball it because it's either it's cover? Like, okay,
well, I own the company.
oh,
So
never mind.
I think they'll be okay with it. I mean,
The-
my boss is this blonde Australian girl, named after Princess Peach, but I think she'll be okay with it. She's not
yeah.
an SJW.
It's so weird to be old enough where people we know are named after video game characters.
I know.
Like Robin Williams' daughter's name's Zelda. She's fucking older than us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought that was yeah. I was kind of amazed because I'm like, okay, Super Mario Brothers. The character Peach didn't even exist until I was 8 years old, and she was
Zelda
born
came
4 years after
Zelda
that. So
Zelda came out in Zelda came out in '86. I was
yeah,
born in '86.
Super Mario Brothers came out in '85, and I was born
Yep.
in '77.
So
And
my older brother used to run around the house sleepwalking. He was a sleepwalking issue kid to the point where they put deadbolts on the inside of the house. But he'd run around the house and jump up and down as like a 4-year-old and go, "I gotta save the princess! I gotta save the princess!" Boing boing boing. Like what?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, and Lorenzo, you make an excellent point. Believe me, I have considered very seriously, making crowdfunded game, and that's ultimately what I want to do. Here's the thing: video games are very different from comic books. That may sound obvious, but
so there's a lot of different money involved.
yeah, here's the thing: if we were to raise as much as EVS raised, six,
Ethan Skyver can make a comic book himself,
yeah,
but you cannot make a video game yourself. That's the difference.
well, yeah, that's true. And so if we were to raise 600, however much you made, 650,000 dollars, that would barely, barely be enough to make a game.
Well, like the guy who made Tim something who made Day of the Tentacle.
Uh-huh.
He made a crowdfunding that made like millions of dollars, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what you need. And I mean,
Yeah.
I've even seen crowdfunded games that that crowdfunded for millions of dollars that then either completely failed because they just ran out of money or took like 5 or 6 years because they just basically had to continue to uh, uh, to ask for more money, essentially.
What's the one
Fundraise.
video game? What's the one video game that made millions and millions of dollars and it keeps crowdfunding and they have like an estimated release date of like 2012 or something like that and they keep making thousands and millions of dollars.
It hasn't released yet.
Yeah, no, it hasn't released that. In like
Oh, I don't know.
Mr. Medicare talked about it. It's like it's some spaceship game.
Oh. Uh, honestly,
No, you don't know. Yeah.
no. It's yeah, I don't know. It sounds familiar, but I don't know. But yeah, like I mean, uh, that's the thing. So I'm trying to figure that out, and I mean, I guess ultimately what I need to do, and what I am actually actively working on, is I need to bring a pitch to. So the first step in making a video game is to make a pitch, and I need to
Yeah.
bring a pitch to Ethan and get him to
To
sign off on it.
Ethan?
Yeah, yeah, because he owns the IP. So I need to make a pitch to him as far as what type of
No, no,
game it
no.
would be.
You need to have a prospect to actually make whatever you're pitching to him.
Well, we would make it.
You're a developer. You own a development company.
Yes, I own a video game development company. Yes. Have we not established this? Are you
I
drunk?
yeah you no I am drunk, but this is this one I've heard. Is this do you actually make video games? Have you actually made anything you've heard of?
Uh, not a lot. We've done some white label games for other companies. So we have.
If you were to pitch this to him, if you were to say, Ethan, I want to make a Cyberfrog game.
Mhm.
I mean, no one's pitching this to him. I'm going to tell you right now. You're
Are,
the only one pitching it to him.
are you
Can
sure?
you
Because I've
actually
seen like
can
demos.
you actually make it happen?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking. And we've worked with Disney, we've worked with Sony, we've actually worked with Wizards of the Coast on a D&D project. The
Yep.
problem is we don't have our name on those projects because, like I said, we couldn't get funding for
But if you
years,
actually
and so
pitched
we
it,
basically,
if you actually pitched it, you would actually make the game.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, see, John. That's true. Somebody has a game, yeah, 3D like platformer, right?
That's
That's what I thought.
three Robin. Does it
Yeah,
himself though.
yeah. But I mean,
He's making like a 1995 video game for
okay.
fun.
Is it so? It's not going to be. Is it going to be for sale or is this going to be free?
No, you can sell anything.
Yeah, but I mean, what's do you know? Does anyone know what his plans are as far as
No,
that's okay? So I so you suspect that it's basically going to be a pretty simple. Okay, Streets of Rage. All right. So
I
pretty
think everything.
beat 'em up kind
Yeah,
of.
Streets are right. I think everything he has is everything we've seen.
Yeah.
I think
All
he's
right.
an independent
Pay
guy
for it.
just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
Just like the people who draw Cyberfrog comic book art for
Okay.
fun. Like, oh, it's fan art.
John Dillard's saying it will be for sale. So that I mean that's good. It doesn't necessarily mean it's exclusive or that it has to be the only one or what have you. Um, I guess yeah. I mean basically we'd be coming to him as a professional game development studio with experience and with games under our belt that we could actually show.
With
Um,
capital?
no, see that's the problem. We don't have capital at the moment. So what I'm thinking is we'd have to combine crowdfunding with venture capital. So,
Yep. Yep.
but yeah, so I mean that's been my main delay is trying to form a plan around that. Otherwise, I would have pitched this months ago. I would have pitched it back in summer. But yeah, I mean, I guess we need to probably get the pitch sort of approved by Ethan as far as a concept, and
You
then
have to buy the. You just have to buy the license from me. That's all you gotta do.
what's that?
You have to buy the license from Ethan. You have to
Uh,
license it.
what we do is so yeah, we've done
And,
this before.
Ethan's smart businessman. He will
Hmm.
sell any license to anyone because that's what you
Yeah,
do if you're a smart businessman.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, believe me, like I said, we've worked with Wizards of the Coast. They were a pain in the ass, but at least it gave us experience with a licensing contract. But they are so ridiculously protective of their license. I highly doubt Ethan will be that way. I mean, in terms of
No,
dictating dictating to us what our game that we are building that we are paying for
and he
is
knows who
going
you
to do.
are.
Yeah, and but like Wizards of the Coast was like treating it like it was theirs. And I realized the IP was theirs, but it's like it's our game. We're building it, we're putting the money in. We realized we need to follow your IP, but they were ridiculous. And we ended up having to cancel the contract because we couldn't do what they were asking us to do. And we were like, they were giving us time frames and all this stuff. I'm like, this is ridiculous. We can't do this. So, yeah, I mean, essentially, all we'd have to do is the way a typical contract works in this case would be we basically just get buy-in from him as far as accepting the pitch and saying yes, this is good or this is the direction we want to go, and have a general outline of how the game would work and the characters and all that. But then we would build it, put it out for sale, and then we would essentially pay royalties. So we don't have to pay Ethan a dime until we see profit.
You make money, he makes money.
Exactly. Yeah. So we would pay royalties based on our sales. So we just pay a percentage. So it wouldn't be a matter of paying him up front, but we would obviously have to pay for all the development. So that's how that works. So what is that?
What,
Florin, do you have time to hear about? Oh God, leave him alone. He won't understand.
what what do you have for an idea
Poor
for a
Florin.
Cyberpunk game? Like, what do you want to see for a Cyberpunk game? Like,
Well,
you want to see an RPG? You want to see an action game? What do you want to see?
I actually want to see something similar to basically a platformer, side scroller type game, except at least from
You want to go in the arcade and play Dungeons and Dragons?
well, here's what I'm thinking. Have you played the new Mega Man game at all?
Yeah, not the new one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Played
thinking.
I've played Mega Man, but not the new one. No.
Oh, not the new one. Okay. Well, they recently came out. I don't know if it's Mega Man 11, I believe, um, which is awesome. I mean, there's also modern platformers like, well, I mean, that Super Mario Wii U game, which is coming out for Switch, and then I like a series called Shantae, which is it's essentially like an HD 3D rendered version of Mega Man or Super Mario Brothers or something like that. But there can be, I mean, or I guess another example would be like Shovel Knight, where there's a lot of puzzles and basically tricky bosses with patterns that you have to figure out and all that kind of stuff, and a storyline that goes through. So a modern, I guess technically 2D platformer can be quite sophisticated, and they're very popular. So.
If you can make it, pitch it, because no one else is pitching to them.
Okay, I was getting worried that it sounded like he might be in negotiations with someone, but maybe he's talking about movies or something. I don't know.
Maybe he is. No, he's not talking about movies, but
So yeah, well, cool. You've given me
if
there's just been so many things I've been
if
working on.
Doug TenNapel cannot get, how do I say it? If Doug TenNapel cannot get a deal because he's Comicsgate, what is Ethan going to get?
Say it again. Cannot get a deal.
Yes, Doug
What?
TenNapel said that he sacrificed tons of money. That the fact that no one will deal with him because he's Comicsgate.
I thought he had a developer.
No, he's got some one guy making a game, like a
Oh,
fan made game, like 3D Robin.
huh. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think Doug TenNapel has anything. I think what he has is marketing pitches. I think he's got someone making a game like going like, look at this Bigfoot Bill. It's my IP. It's my IP. But it's not like the Bigfoot Bill game that he or whoever is making is not the end product. It's the marketing pitch.
okay. Cool.
And Doug TenNapel has said that he cannot get
Well, maybe
a
I should talk to
real
him.
he cannot get a real video game or movie or comic book deal even because he's Comicsgate.
Well, do you know what his current status is as far as making a video game, like a Bigfoot Bill video game? I mean, you said he's working with a guy.
It's the same as 3D Droppins making a game.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
pitch.
okay.
It's a pitch at best.
So basically, yeah. I mean, like I said, there can be more than one. Presumably, he doesn't have like an exclusive contract, so I could even pitch something to Doug.
It's a pitch to a bigger game or a bigger thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's an IP pitch.
Hmm.
They're building an IP pitch. We can make a video game out of this.
Yeah.
We can make a movie out of this. But it's an IP pitch at
Sure,
best.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, we do actually have the credentials and experience, and Peach knows a ridiculous number of people in Silicon Valley. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't even tell you. I can't tell you how many people she knows in like at Intel alone, and they have a huge, game development division. So, I mean, we could even pull in people from Intel and, to help us optimize for various systems and all that stuff. But
I'm cynical. I'm cynical as hell. So
no, I understand. I understand. But yeah, I mean, my concern and my hesitancy has just always been the funding. Is that I highly doubt. I mean, I think we would.
I don't want to sell anything. I want Cyberfrog to be the product. I don't want Cyberfrog to be a pitch for a Cyberfrog movie. I want the Cyberfrog comic to be the end product. That's
Yeah, of course. But I'm looking to
I
make money.
I want to see a big comic book. I want to see a
I want to see a comic book
that it could be made into a movie or some
Yeah.
bullshit. I want to see comic books as that's what I want to see out of Comicsgate in general. I just want to see us be independent.
Mm-hmm. And I want to make a video game out of it. So, yeah, and again, I shouldn't be so hesitant because, I do know basically since we've moved here, we've already made inroads with VCs in San Francisco. Hmm?
Oh, sorry, my wife just came in. She's like,
sorry. Yeah, so we would basically be doing a hybrid type thing. We would crowdfund for as much as we could get, and I think that would actually help as well to show VCs, hey, look, we got this many hundreds of thousands. We need you to throw in another 5 million, and it's going to be a big hit. So, yeah, I mean, we already I didn't go to GDC. I'm not going to GDC this year, but the Game Developer Conference. But I have gone several years past, and yeah, I've just been nervous about it, and I just need to just do it. So I'll do it after I make the Comics Gateway app. Did I kill you? It sounded like he choked on something.
No.
Well, anyway, are you still there?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's probably time to call it quits.
Agreed.
So.
My wife come in and took my cigar.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. It's been fun.
Yeah, it was a good night. Thank you.
Yeah, let's do it again sometime.
All right.
All right.
It
Thanks
was
everyone in
fun.
the chat. Appreciate you. Catch you later. As soon as I figure out how to turn this off. Oh, all right. See ya.